Hello everyone, and we are here with Gavin Dudeney, a person everybody knows. Gavin has been a volunteer and a member of the trustees of IATEFL for a number of years. Now he is not working for IATEFL anymore, but he is the Director of Technology for Consultants E. Gavin, hello.
Hi.
It's lovely to be here with you.
It's great to be here.
How are you enjoying the conference so far?
I love the conference. It's it's the event of the year for me, really. I'm a little bit tired now, I have to say. It's Thursday. I arrived on Sunday. I feel like I've lived here all my life. But it's been great. It's always a mix for me of a few sessions, lots of meetings, lots of running around trying to catch up with people. But I've had a good time.
How would you say, with your vast experience, how would you say IATEFL has changed over the years?
It's bigger, clearly, more organised, I think, and it's got a lot of extra things. You know, when I started, it was just the conference. Now we have a lot of kind of extra events, the pop-up things, different things happen each year. You know, there's always something new to see. The events have changed slightly, the talks have changed. This year, there's always a little theme that comes out every year that's unexpected. So a few years back it was technology. Everyone was talking about technology. This year it's all very much on subjects of kind of diversity and inclusion. There's a lot more about gender, the sort of native, non-native discussion. Those things seem to be at the fore this year. I saw there are also a couple of talks about queering ELT and things like that. So there's some really interesting stuff coming along. The plenary this morning, which was, not directly relevant to what we do perhaps, but it's so lovely to have people coming in from outside and telling us their stories. I think, we're story people, I think, teachers.
Have you attended any sessions which you particularly enjoyed?
Let's see. I loved Dorothy's plenary yesterday. I thought it was in turns amusing, quite hard hitting. What we would probably say harsh but fair. You know, it was a good, I think, honest look at what's happened to publishing and why a lot of what's happened isn't very good.
And what about your presentation, Gavin?
Well, my presentation?
Yes, where is your presentation?
So my presentation is non-existent this year. This is the first time in 18 years that I haven't done a talk.
Oh my.
I know, I don't even look that old, do I? For a couple of reasons. I think I didn't feel that I had anything that I was particularly excited to talk about. But also, one of the changes in IETFL now is it has more and more people applying to do talks. And I think I've started doing fewer talks because I think I've had my share of talk spaces, and I think there's a lot. We need to leave space for other people coming into the profession, other people with new ideas perhaps, to be able to do their talks. So rather than potentially take a space from someone who maybe wanted to do their first talk, I thought, actually, I'd quite fancy a year off. So all I've been doing is running the quiz on Tuesday nights.
Tell us about the quiz.
So the quiz is a growing thing, started by Adrian Tennant years ago. I took over with my partner, Victoria, 3 years ago. She then left the profession, and I share it now with a guy called Tom Connolly from Chile. Well, not from Chile, obviously, who lives in Chile. And it grows every year. So this year we had 200 people.
Oh.
A huge room, lots of chaos, lots of rivalry between the different teams, and a team sort of from London won this year. There's lots of different kind of teams, and there's a lot of competition. I asked Alison if we could have it as a plenary session next year, but she said no. So.
Ah, pity. You weren't expecting a yes to that question.
Not really, no.
Not
but
really.
I thought I'd try.
Yeah, it's always good to try.
Yeah.
Gavin, is there anything you would like to share with our audience today?
Oh, blimey. What would I like to share? I think, for me, this has been okay, let me go back to the Learning Tech SIG PCE, which I wasn't at, but it was about virtual reality. You know, I'm a technology man. But I find that I'm often going in the opposite direction to a lot of the technology people. So whereas everyone else is getting more complicated, I seem to be getting much simpler. So a lot of the work I'm currently involved in teacher training is teaching people how to use mobile devices, but not apps and not helmets and not microphones and things, but just mobile phones on their own. Because I think they're there, you know, everyone has them. And they're fairly easy to use. They do lots of great things. So I'm becoming less technically excited and more kind of embedded, I think, in what I believe works. And actually, one of the other talks, just to go back to talks that I went to, was by Gary Mottram from the University of Manchester. And he's been doing this amazing work on mobile teacher development in refugee camps. And that was fabulous work. And so I think if I wanted to share something, I think it would be to curb our enthusiasm about the shiny things. We keep saying this, and go back to basics. There's a lot of things that we've thrown out of technology that we shouldn't do. And apart from that, I guess is to look at all the recorded sessions and things for IETFL, because there's been some fabulous sessions recorded, and I think the plenaries have been great, and for me it's been a great conference.
And we are very lucky to have the technology to do that.
Well, this is fabulous. Look, you can put this
Share the
together
conference
with very little money, not too much people power, and it's possible to do this thing. I live streamed my colleague Nikki's talk yesterday on Facebook. You know, it's easy. A phone on a tripod, that was it.
Done.
You know.
Yeah.
Much easier.
Gavin, thank you very much. This was the very generous and very tech-savvy Gavin Dudeney. Thank you for your time.
Thank you,
See
Maya.
you next year.
Thank you. Bye, folks.